A Ukrainian civil liberties group condemns what they are calling a, quote, circle of impunity. They say that Russia enjoyed for decades. This group, called the Center for Civil Liberties, continues to spread that message after receiving a Nobel Peace Prize last week for their work. Joining us now to talk more about the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, retired Assistant Vice Chief of Staff in the U.S. Air Force, Lieutenant General Richard Newton. Good to see you this morning. So the Center for Civil Liberties basically says that Russia has gotten away with atrocities for decades in Chechnya, Moldova, Georgia. The list goes on and on. As the war continues, though, and the bloody battle persists in Ukraine, is it too soon to be talking about accountability for Russia on this front, or is this the right time to do it?
Actually, the accountability started on February 24th when you and I were on air when Russia attacked Ukraine in the largest land invasion of Europe since World War II. And there's been a number of atrocities that have been certainly in the public fora, but also in media and elsewhere, that especially as Ukraine rather has pushed Russia back in the south and the east and uncovered in some of these metropolitan areas some gross atrocities that again, are extraordinarily evil and therefore need to be documented, not necessarily after the conflict, but certainly as the conflict is ongoing. So I totally agree with the efforts to document and then record, and then once the opportunity arises or not, that at least they're in the public domain.
Right. And the list continues to grow longer and longer. I mean, Russia is essentially freezing people out in Ukraine, weaponizing winter. I want to talk to you about this Yars missile at the Russian base near Moscow, the nuclear capabilities of it. Explain to our audience what this missile is, what concerns you about where it's being stored, and could it reach the U.S.?
Well, it's a significant leap in capability that the Russians really started to develop back in 2007, 2008, actually, when I was on active duty. It is a long-range intercontinental ballistic missile with 7,500-mile range. It can reach the United States. It also is in silos in around Moscow and other areas that can be launched within about 15 or 20 minutes. It also is being courted, or it's being brought out in the open in the public forum right now because the Russians are celebrating Strategic Missile Day, Strategic Missile Forces Day on the 17th of December. And then you throw in obviously the conflict with Ukraine, their threats of using tactical nuclear weapons, but also telling the rest of the world, and especially the United States, that they've got strategic long-range missile capability as well.
Right. Yeah. Is it a show of force? It's definitely more than a celebration of their weaponry. It is a message. The other thing that caught my attention was Belarus and concerns that Belarus may involve themselves in support of Russia in this war. And when you look at Ukraine, Belarus shares the northern border. How closely are you watching this? Should we be focusing on it?
Just like you, I'm watching it very closely. It may not necessarily be Belarus's first order business that they want to do, but they may be compelled by their leaders, Russia and Putin and so forth, to be compelled to come in from the north. Because Putin is losing, although he's gaining a little bit of momentum in the east, but he's losing in the east and the south, and really I don't think can come back from his losses in the land campaign. Now may be the time, especially as winter and as he gets ready for that spring offensive you and I've been talking about. He may want to now tap into using Belarus. They may not get a choice in this at all. And so that's part we need to watch that very, very closely.
Right. And what we're seeing right now is Belarus is conducting some military drills, potentially looking at their readiness. The other thing that happened in the last 24 hours sounds like a game changer. Interested in your thoughts on the Patriot missile defense system. How significant could this be once it gets in the hands of Ukraine's forces, get them trained up to use it to combat the Russians?
Well, my sources tell me that an announcement could happen today that will come from President Biden and authorizing the deployment of a single battery of Patriot missiles. We have provided Patriot missile capabilities throughout our ally friends, Saudi Arabia, Japan, Israel, Germany, and so forth. But providing a battery of what would be 8 launchers with 4 missiles each is not necessarily a game changer, but it shows, again, significant support of Ukraine. They've requested it, especially as Russian short-range ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and those Iranian drones are starting to rain down on their cities again. So I think it's very important. Second point, however, is not only is it the capability that will be key here, but also the training of Ukrainian soldiers to maintain as well as operate the Patriot missile system. My sources also tell me that that training will be conducted at some point in Germany.
Right, and can take several months to do so. I always appreciate your perspective. Lieutenant General Richard Newton, thank you this morning. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.